The Dope and Tape live show. Welcome. If you're watching this
What's
live, we
up, guys?
appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, we appreciate it. You should be able to watch us on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch is probably the best one. That's what we would prefer. We have a guest who's kind of local to me, right to my south. Big Kev here tonight.
What's going on, guys and girls?
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Brian has got a new toy right now that he's trying to figure out how to use, so just bear with him.
Yeah, am I frozen?
No, you're good. You got to wait
Okay,
the Twitch. You got to let the Twitch load up.
okay.
Probably take a
Yeah,
sec. It'll probably take a second.
I got my first computer basically, so I'm just trying to figure things out.
Yeah, let the Twitch get going, and then you should be able to see it. Kind of takes a second.
The camera looks good though. It's on the 14 Pro,
Yeah, you look much
the
clearer
net
than
phone.
normal.
Man, you can see
Making me jealous
everything.
because I'm only on 1080p right now.
I'm like streaming in 4K.
Okay, so maybe let's see. Yeah, we're live. We're good. So yeah, we've been loving this. This is pretty cool. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday probably be like we'll probably just set that in stone. We'll do that every week, 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
We're gonna
absolutely.
adjust next Wednesday. We got James from Scotland coming on, and he's like, hey mate, it's gonna be 2 a.m. at 9 o'clock where you are, so we might adjust it to four. What do we say, 4 or 5? Brian,
Yes, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock on.
5 o'clock on Wednesday to
Yep.
have James from Scotland, just so it will be like I think 9 or 10 for him, so we don't keep him up too late.
Yo, I look
Teague,
good.
Teague, I look good, he says. I can hear you. Oh shit.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Um, So I want to touch about elevators real quick while it's still on my mind before Kev gives us his story because he's in Connecticut and they do it a little bit differently. We don't put sprinkler heads in elevator shafts in Massachusetts. It's like a not allowed type thing, and if they're in there, we take it out. And Kev was telling me in Connecticut, they have like their own main, their own flow, their own tamper, right?
Yep. So yeah, what we were talking about earlier, if they're hydraulic elevators, you're required to have a head at the top of the shaft and at the pit. And if it's a cable elevator, which I don't think anybody really uses anymore, it's not required to be in the shaft.
So for anyone working up our way, if you work in, you know, you have to hold, first of all, you'd have to hold a Connecticut license and a Mass license, but that's a pretty big change, like in difference, just from being right over a border, say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind
absolutely.
of
I agree.
scares me.
It's
Um,
crazy to me just the difference between Connecticut and Mass, just the different, just how things are.
like, what's the thought? Like, you guys think we need it? And we think we don't. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Imagine being trapped in an elevator and the fucking head's going off up there.
With the pump.
You're
Yeah.
just fucking stuck. Oh
What's up,
no.
John? Justin? So Justin's with Atlanta Fire. So I think they're out of North Carolina. I talked to him. He wants to come on
First
the
time
show.
chatter, so that's pretty cool. First time on our show or first time to Twitch, whatever it is, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. So, all right, Kev, how did you get into the industry? Who introduced you?
So I went to technical school in Waterbury, Connecticut. I went to Caner Tech. I went for plumbing and heating. Graduated 2008. My junior and senior year of high school, instead of going to school, but for shop, I ended up going to work. I worked for a plumbing and heating company. And then a year after, like almost a year after I graduated, for the same company, but 2008 happened and, the economy pretty much just took a halt. But while I was working for that company, they had a sprinkler license. So we did a couple small sprinkler jobs. And I do remember when I was in high school, somebody posted a job opening or offer from, I think it was HFP at the time, which isn't even a company anymore.
I've seen their gang boxes around from the last company I worked with. I think they bought all their shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got bought out
HFP.
a bunch of different times.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there was the posted sign said starting pay is 35 an hour, and I was like, that's pretty good money.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, I worked a couple part-time jobs just to kind of get by, and then in 2011, I started applying real hard to a bunch of different companies. And the first company that called me back, I just took the job. I started off making like just above minimum wage. I didn't know anything about like the actual sprinkler plumbing. I knew, but I pretty much was like a laborer, if you will, for 6 months, just carrying, humping pipe and drilling holes. That's all it was.
Dude,
And then,
that's awesome though. That's a cool story.
yeah, I will say like tech schools definitely have a place for sure.
I went to the Center for Technical Education in Leominster, Mass. I also graduated in 2008. I also did the plumbing and heating. Uh, you know, my father sent me. He wanted me to be able to pull wrenches and run the machine because we knew I was doing sprinklers. And on the door of the shop, I'll always remember, it said plumbing and pipe fitting. And so I did my senior project on sprinklers.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
one of the diehard plumbing teachers failed me. As it wasn't plumbing, but no one had ever done that before, and it was pretty cool. I put like different type of heads in like a dollhouse type thing, and I put sternos in them, and I didn't put a sterno in one, so I showed that they don't all go off, and I put a higher temperature
Right.
in one, and it was
Oh,
cool.
that's
I was proud of it, and in between junior and senior year, I was able to work for a sprinkler company and made some killer money. So I was like, this is definitely what I'm doing.
oh
But
yeah.
Yeah.
When you're in high school and you're working like as full time, even if it's 2 weeks, 40 hours for 2 weeks. I mean, in high school, you're balling pretty
that's
much.
big money, and most
Yeah.
of most of your buddies are all sleeping during the day. You got out, and you still got the whole day.
Yep.
Yeah, so we talk about trade school a lot, how it's very big and how it doesn't have a damn sprinkler shop.
Yep.
No, it's
Maybe we
terrible.
could do that. Just take over our local trade schools and just maybe we'll have to donate our time just to get in there, but make like a sprinkler trade.
It's funny, the company I worked at, I pretty much like offered, I graduated Caner Tech, send me in there to recruit some young kids right out of high school instead of doing plumbing. Their hours get credited because technically it's, like you said, it's plumbing, like a little bit of heating and pipe fitting. So the hours still count towards your apprenticeship. So
Oh, my hours didn't count.
no, not none.
No. And I got plumbing code hours and I got a lot of plumbing hours, but they wouldn't accept them towards my sprinkler license. Which is
Huh.
whatever, it was fine. We got another new chatter. Sprinklermon. Evening, fellas. This is awesome. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Teague
And
says,
Tracker
"What's up,
Bishop.
Big Kev?" And yeah, and Tracker Bishop. All right, that's a familiar name. I like that. I like when the Instagram handle is the same as the Twitch handle. If
Yeah.
electrical, no head.
Cool.
If hydraulic, it needs to be sprinkled. Okay.
Yep.
I wonder if that's
Hey,
like
ladies.
it is
Hey,
here in
BC.
Atlanta. So I'll look and see what the laws are here in Atlanta. I'm not super sure. Now, Big Kev, I heard that you had a good relationship with the legend with Wills Lacrosse.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep. He is a
So how
legend.
did you meet him? He's here in Atlanta, man. So how did you?
So the previous employer, well, I still technically work for him. They a few different times sent me and a couple other guys down to Atlanta, Georgia, to SPP pumps right in Atlanta, right in Norcross. And the first time I met him was down there. It was for I think my office kind of like messed up, and it was supposed to be for something different, but it was like a commissioning course. So for me, I got a ton of information out of it, so it was great. And he was the one who taught the class. Um, this was back in the wintertime. We had a snowstorm, so our flight got delayed like 2 days. So we had 2 extra days down there, and he kind of just like went through a bunch of stuff with us. And then I met him again this past year. I took a fire pump master class through a company, Fire Tech Productions.
Sick.
Um, yeah, oh yeah, it was a great time. A lot of good information. But I went down there and I was talking with him and gave me his number and kind of go back and forth. I'll come across something that I haven't seen before, and he just kind of laughs. He's like, "Oh, that I've seen that a bunch of times."
So was Wills part of the teaching? So I am actually looking at taking that class early next year, and I wanted to ask you about that. See if it's worth the money because it's ridiculously expensive.
It is. I try to get my company to send me and a couple other guys down there um, to take the class. There was interest, but then I don't know, it just didn't work out. So I spent the money. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. This is going to be my career. So It's a bullet to bite, but it's worth it because you learn more than anything as
Good for
far as
you.
webinar.
That's
They go
awesome.
they go through everything from splitting the case on a fire pump, replacing the bearings on a fire pump, packing. They go through alignment, everything, controller troubleshooting, jockey pump troubleshooting. Yeah, it's definitely.
NFPA 25 inspector
Wow.
says, "What's up, fellers? I hear that amazing things about Fire Tech and their nice at prep is amazing."
Their nice set prep is really great. It's well worth the money, and you can take it, go through it as many times as you want. And all my guys who've been doing that, not at my company, but at my previous company, I'm still keeping up with all them, and my apprentices there too. They love it. Anytime they have an inspection, they get the prep course, and it's awesome. Like it is really great. So if that's something that company won't pay for that yourself, and it's not much. I think it's like what between 150 to 400.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, no, it's not all. And it has videos and it has tests and it goes through all the information and what you might see.
And that's
I
right there.
failed
That's right there,
my
local to you, Brian.
well no, so that is online. It's an
Oh,
online course. You just pay for it. Yeah. I actually failed my level 3 two times at the same score. I think it was like 551 or something. There's like a couple of points before the corrosion questions killed me.
yeah.
So
Hit us.
yeah,
Can
so
you
I
hit
got to
us with
get back
one?
on it. No. Like they
I
were like,
tried.
if it looks, I don't remember, man. If it hit, like if it looks like this, and it didn't show you a picture, it just like if it has this kind of pitting, what kind of corrosion is it?
Oh,
And there's 8 different kinds of corrosions, and an NFPA 25 does not go in depth like that.
the
So
hands-on is in Georgia. Yeah, I think that's what Kev was saying. The hands-on's in Georgia.
the
Yeah,
hands-on pump class,
That's
master
Donnie
pump
from
class, is in
IG.
Georgia.
NFPA 25 inspectors. Donnie from IG. He took the nice at
Okay.
prep both times. You guys are firing off in the chat. Is absolutely awesome right now. There's 17 viewers on Twitch. This is fucking sick.
It's incredible.
Donnie's saying make their asses pay, but if they won't pay, then I probably would have done the same thing as Kev, and I would have paid. See, I don't do. We got a solid like fire pump team where I work, and I'm just not doing that just yet. So, but if I had to, I think that they probably would send me if I wanted to. But I'm just doing other things right now. Brian's the
Yeah,
testing and
and
inspection guy. Now I can call
I
Kev if I
am.
need him.
yeah.
I love it, and I'll have more instructionals mid next year being recorded because I'll have an apprentice and he'll do whatever I say. So I'll be able to just
Record me.
hand him the phone or something. Yeah,
That's
right, right.
it. The GoPro. Make him wear it on his forehead. I want to do GoPro. I want to
No.
do Bobby Vision and put the Insta 360 camera on my forehead and just like go after some shit.
So how much was your Instant 360? I was looking at the GoPros today, and I was thinking about like putting it on my head,
The the
like the
the
little head
the
strap thing.
360, I think like all said and done, it was like 500.
Okay,
I got like this little
the
briefcase thing
GoPros were
that
like
comes with
twos.
like you could it comes with every attachment imaginable, like a wrist one, a chest one, a forehead one, a couple different tripods, a huge long selfie stick. That was like an extra, I don't know, $70 or something.
That's cool.
I
Get
gotta
rent.
look into it.
The video comes out killer, and you can put it in the middle of the room, and then when you're like watching and editing the video, you can look any way you want. So I could like glance over this way and see something, and then you can like you glance in the same video. It's freaky how it works. It really doesn't make any sense. But you
Yeah.
can put it in just straight mode too. I've been taking videos on it. I'm just not I'm still trying to edit them.
So
I'll
guys,
put them on IG.
the future will be more instructional, kind of showing you how we do it. Is it going to be exactly
Chris
the right way according to NFPA 25? Maybe not. Like
Chris
on my backflows,
Chris
I'll
says,
do
"Where's this
single
guy
hose,
from? He
double
looks
hose.
like Travis Kels on the Chiefs." This is Kev from Connecticut. Travis Kels on the Chiefs. That's good.
I've actually never played football, but everybody tells me I should play football. I'm 6'6",
Yeah.
about 300 pounds. I mean, I'm not a small
Jeez,
guy.
You
bro.
should have played
Yeah.
football. The man cave, yeah. So Fun fact is I had a
Oh,
sick man cave in the basement, and it was with a pine bar and everything, and I gave it up so the wife could have her own little business down there, which is now elsewhere, and now the man cave is a playroom, and now this is my office, and I just loaded up. This is all my shit.
yeah.
Thank you.
So I need you at my club, Kev. I need you to come do security with me.
Nobody
Oh, I
be
did that
fucking
for
around.
as an apprentice. I would always work Friday night, Saturday night at the nightclub, and Saturdays were rough if I was working during trade.
Yeah.
Work Friday, get no sleep Friday night and Saturday. Work Saturday night, Sunday, just be dead.
Oh,
So you work at the at a club there in Cincinnati,
Oh, Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yep.
Yeah. I at my club I'm over the bottle area. So I'm over there with the tables and the bottle girls, and that's what I handle.
Okay.
Of course, if I see something go on, I leave that and handle that situation. But for the most part, I handle the bottle area. I like it because I get tips. You
Yeah.
know, I can get like $100. I usually go around just kind of make sure they're okay. If they bring girls or whatever up to their table, I'll let them do that, and then I'll tell them, when they've been up there for a while, tell them that they got to go. And sometimes they forget and they'll be like, "Hey, they're not part of VIP." I was like, "Man, they can't come in. They're not part of VIP." And I was like, what about $20?" I was like, $20 works. you know, we
oh,
can do $20.
you can't bring people from the crowd into the VIP.
I control it. I can do whatever I want.
No, like
So
if I was the guy that bought the VIP, I have the bottles, and I want to bring those people in. You're gonna say no unless I tip you? That's a rule.
it depends on how many. Like if you just bring like two or three girls, and they're dancing and everything, I'm cool with that. Now I'm also if they I do tell them if they want the girls to leave, then
Just give you like a
then
wink or something.
yeah, just tell me and I'll get rid of them.
Yeah. No more free drinks, ladies. Get out. So we got a good question
Right,
coming
get
through
out of
on the
there.
chat. Um, he's got to go and take sample heads. He's got to go remove sample heads, 12 of them, out of a building for testing through insurance for some
Yep.
random blowouts that they've had. And have any of us experienced that? I haven't experienced that. No.
So not necessarily on dry heads, but I have seen actually a building that we do up your way, Northampton, Mass. It's very corrosive, the stuff that they have there, and they have a pretty large ESFR system, and heads would just periodically pop. And then this company said, you know what, just replace every sprinkler head in there.
They were
It was,
just popping. That's so weird.
yeah,
I
That
bet
is
you it was the
crazy.
diffuser. So you guys put high temperatures near diffusers now?
yeah,
That's been a
yep.
big thing over the past couple years. That's like no matter
Actually,
what now, you have to if the sprinkler is next to a diffuser, you have to up the temperature. You can't just put a 165 next to it anymore.
so what's
That's right.
interesting, I've noticed that it's kind of more standard now just to put an entire building with like 200-degree heads.
200s. Yeah, that's another thing. What's up
Yeah,
with
it's
What?
that?
pretty.
So when did they start doing that?
I've been doing that
This
like
is
that's like
a couple of
just
years.
now.
Like a standard building,
Yep.
200s?
Yep.
Concealed. Just do 200s, 212s or 200s and just put that's what they want just regularly.
Yep.
6 and
Man.
330. He's probably covering half of Connecticut.
So if I was,
Big Kev.
that's funny. If I was walking into a building for an inspection, let's even say it's a high
I
rise,
believe
right? Like,
it's 1%, but the
I would
insurance can
just be like,
require
what
whatever
is
they
going
want.
on?
Minimum of 4 heads
What
typically.
part of Connecticut? Oh, someone said what part of Connecticut. That's why that guy said that.
So I'm from Waterbury, Connecticut, but I work all over Connecticut, Mass, Rhode Island, parts of New York.
Oh, you got the 3 licenses?
So I have NICET for. I just have a NICET level 2 to cover inspections for Rhode Island and Mass,
Oh,
but I
right.
have F2, but New York's kind of weird. You don't need a license in certain parts of New York.
Huh.
Hmm.
You're doing a lot of
So,
driving,
Oh yeah, I drive a lot.
right? Like
now you're planning on kind of doing your own thing, right? Is that
Yeah,
kind of why you made you get all those things, all the
yes.
certifications, and
So I'm hoping by, I would say March 1st, just to play it safe. I plan on starting my own company just servicing fire pumps. I've been in the sprinkler industry for 11 and a half years. And the whole time, fire pumps just fascinate me. Everybody's always terrified of fire pumps. They don't know anything about them. It's one of those like guys have been in the trade for 30 years. I don't know. I don't touch those. So
Yep,
I
I
was
see
always
that.
like, why don't people touch them? So I learned a lot about them. Did the master class. I went through a commissioning class, and they're not scary. They're not hard. Um, what's kind of crazy to me is the company. There are a few companies in Connecticut that service fire pumps, and what's kind of strange too is a lot of companies, almost all companies, I think two of them that I know of, actually service them in house, but everybody subcontracts it out. They subcontract it out to the non-licensed, non-fire protection licensed companies. So my plan is to kind of change that. I want to be pretty much the new standard. Like you should be licensed. You should be.
Yeah, that's sprinkler.
Yeah. So if you shut down a fire pump for service, technically you impair the system for the repair. So I would think you need to be licensed to do that. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it was just overlooked for so many years.
Yeah, that
So
that that is crazy.
I'm currently going for my Connecticut license is an F2 for a journeyman's license, and then the contractor is an F1. So right now I'm in the process of getting my F1.
The
That's awesome.
contractors, that's big.
Yeah.
And what are you looking at for insurance?
So
Is
I got a
we
few different quotes. It's not just basic business insurance because it's fire protection. I want to do it right and make sure I have the right coverage. So I'm going with just fire protection insurance. I think I got one quote for like 7 grand for the first year, but that's like a basic plan. That's without any add-ons and the crazy big policies that some places want before you even step foot in.
Right.
is that 7,000 for like 2 million?
I think it's 1 million. Connecticut, for whatever
Oh,
reason, they have outrageously high in everything pricing.
oh
Huh.
wow.
Wow, yeah. But you need it. You
Jeez.
never know.
Right.
Right, I know it. So what do you think about alignment? Have you found any like tricks or trades? 'Cause I've never done it. Now I've repacked pumps and changed out bearings and all that stuff, but I've never aligned
So
a fire pump.
it's also kind of crazy, but up here alignment's really not that big. It's very, very just like on the back burner. It's set back from people just want their pump to work. Whether or not it's aligned, they don't care. They just want it to be in service from the day that we go there to do a service and return it back to service at the end of the same day. So like alignments aren't really all that big. I think they should be because I mean you have a pump that's 30 years old that's been out of alignment for 30 years. You're starting to have some serious problems with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Them bearings be
Yeah.
fucking smoking.
Yeah.
So NFPA 25 inspector, he wrote laser alignment getting huge with NF Global. So that's very true. So according to according to FM Global, every annual inspection should also include an alignment every single year.
Wow.
So what I do, I mean, we don't. The only thing I could do is to buy the laser alignment tool. It's like 20 grand. So that's
Really?
something. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
You can't just
But
hang a laser there? Get it, eyeball it up?
there's different techniques. You can do dial indicators, which isn't crazy expensive. You can do the real cheapo way of just straight edge. For now, that's kind of what I do is just the straight edge. Once my company gets off the ground, I'm definitely going to go and invest in the laser alignment because what's nice is it tells you the size of the shim and where on the motor to put the shim, how much it needs to come up, how much it needs to come over,
Oh, it
and
gives you everything.
what's nice is with the report, you could attach it to a work order or a program, whatever you're using for your work orders, and you can email them a copy of the actual report with the couplings being in alignment. So not only do you have your work order with your job complete, but you could also attach files
That
like
cover
I said.
your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Ice Cowboy says he works all over Connecticut. He's at Norwalk.
Okay.
The Ice
Is this,
Cowboy. He love pumps. I can't even keep up with these comments. The responsibility would fall on the customer. Technically, they should have impairment coordinator per code, laser alignment in the sticks. I cover Virginia too. Usually there once a month. Grinnell uses a thing we put on top of the pump and run it, and it diagnoses the pump. Sounds what
I
Kev.
think it's like a vibration thing. If you have excessive vibration, I would guess.
Yeah.
FM Global is important. The software is the pricey part. I use a F. I use a SKF laser alignment.
SKF. I
You
guess that's
guys
the
are
name
popping
of the
off
brand.
tonight, huh? This is crazy.
Huh. No, I use Wills a lot, man.
What do
I've
you
never
use?
met him, but I've contracted Wills Lacrosse. He's the
Oh, oh.
legend. I mean, yeah.
He's a true
So
legend.
true legend for fire pumps.
Yeah.
He lives here in Atlanta, and
I
yeah,
want to
I
go. I
always
want to go
contact
and meet
him.
that guy.
Dude,
Oh
me
yeah.
too. I sent him a text message. I need to call him. I'll probably call him tomorrow and ask him if he could be on the show.
I'm gonna
That'd be
fly out and
incredible.
sleep on your
Oh
couch, and
man,
we're gonna
yeah.
go
So
and get a class from that guy.
that would be
Yeah.
incredible if he was on here.
Oh, we
I
get
mean,
him on here?
yeah.
That'd be
Oh
Oh, he
sick.
yeah.
can talk as long as he wants.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we'll run it early. We'll start it at like 5, and we'll just do like a 5-hour show.
It's funny because what did I have? I came across something recently. There was a fire pump controller that had a power surge, and it's an old Tornatec controller, and it had it's a limited service controller. And what happened was that the power surge fried the VisiTouch. It's an older model VisiTouch, but it fried the VisiTouch, and it actually fried the motherboard or the I/O board inside the controller. So I was talking with Wills, and he's like, "Yeah, from what I gathered, nothing worked on the VisiTouch. Nothing was kind of responding on the board itself. So I was a little nervous at first because I was like, this is a little, something I'm not used to, but I'm 100% eager to learn about it. And I call Wills, and he's like, oh yeah, just let me know, any issues, how to install. It's real easy. I mean, he's done everything. Old controllers. He's he's got, from my understanding, I haven't seen his actual property, but he's got a bunch of old controllers. Like if somebody has controller that the contactor went bad and you can't get the contactor anymore, he chances are he probably has a part somewhere on his
Get
property.
out of here.
That ass.
Yeah, and he's also selling everything on eBay too. And
That's
they like
sick.
Fire Troll, yeah, and Fire Troll discontinued like one part of their like most famous or mostly widely used controller, and he went to the manufacturer. He bought all of them.
Yeah. He told me about that.
I think he bought like I don't know, close to $1 million worth. I mean, he spent a lot of money. Because I know this because he charged me for one, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Later. Thanks for joining.
Man,
Thanks for watching. Blow out Bobby. I don't like that nickname, Chris.
so how Bobby?
I
That's not
don't.
a good
I
name,
don't
man.
like that nickname. If it happens, then you can say it. All right. Nah, Bobby's too good. No
Uh,
blowouts. Come on back. So actually, funny about that. So I was a hectic day today. I had 5 shutdowns today. I did a shutdown in like a few towns over from Boston in Newton, and it was 7 heads solo. I just used my mostly nipples and my cordless Milwaukee threader. Filled it, headed over to the hospital, and did 3 heads in the tower, 5 heads in the tower. So I go to fill with the other guys down the end, and I hear in-house. I'm like a mile away from where I just worked and filled on level 10, 12, and 16 in the tower of a hospital. And in-house comes over the radio, and he's like, it's a new guy. The sprinkler head's leaking on 10. And I already,
Oh,
like, I load the van up. I already told you guys that. Like, before I even filled, I loaded the whole van. All I have is my 8-inch.
can't do that, Bobby,
And
man.
bro, I fucking sprinted. I got a big wad of keys, so I'm just holding my keys and I'm just fucking sprinting through the hospital. And I get to the elevator bank, and it's just, there's so many people at the elevator bank, and I just start booting it up the stairs. And I get up to the level 10 head, and it's fucking dry as a bone. I call him. I'm like, dude, there's nothing. And he's like, hold on, stay on the line. He's like, hey, was that the sprinkler head leaking in the tower? He goes, no, my bad. It wasn't in the tower. It was in, and he names
Oh
the other building. I'm like, you cocksuckers. I was fucking, I'm like, I was dumbfounded about something fucking leaking. Dope and tape, baby.
yeah.
That shit never leaks. I was standing on a
no.
trash can. I was trying to wrench while I was standing on a trash can, and the trash can's just fucking spinning around.
Now I got to ask you guys because of the name of the podcast. Do you guys prefer dope and then tape, or you would tape then dope kind of guys?
Dope and tape.
Doped and
Yep.
tape, everything.
Yep.
And now I
It's
talk about it
nice and
too.
pretty, man. Nice and pretty.
The first job I was at was like an HVAC tech in the super, and I just kept on explaining to them how they should always dope and tape. I'm gonna just start spreading it to other people. So there's probably about a buck 45 up there locked in. That was the other
Yeah.
thing, is that the floor was locked in. And I was trying to be a tryhard and post it on, and I was posting it and like posting timestamps and shit. So I was trying to go quick, and then I get to the last one. It's on a closed nipple. I grab the RC. The RC loosens, and the nipple stays on, and it's fucking micro bubbles and squirting. And I'm standing on a trash can, and I go, and the butterflies close, and it's just locked in. Like, jeez, that was
I
close.
spent 2 hours on a Viking. What was it? E2, B2. It's a total pack. I
Yep.
spent 2 hours troubleshooting it. Air was leaking by. I could put priming water on it, and I can put the main water supply on it, and it holds. But every time I put water on it, it would leak. And then it was leaking through the velocity check. So I unscrewed the hose that's attached to the velocity check, plugged it, and then when I filled it up with air, it set off the alarms. So I think it's either the velocity check or there's a what's called, it's like a mixing solenoid where the water and the air meet, and that might need to be replaced, but that's super expensive.
Is that a
So
newer total pack or is it an older one?
no, I think it's pretty new.
I was gonna say sometimes I come across this a lot, especially older drive valves, like the seats, the seat with the gasket, the clapper seat, clapper rubber, have a little bit of a tear in it, and it's just enough to leak by.
So on this, it's a deluge. It's a Viking deluge pre-action in the total pack.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. I've always, man, these things have always been like bulletproof, no problems.
The
I
uh,
don't know what
the
happened
the
today.
deluge valve is like it's like the notorious valve that everyone's like, but it's like
Oh yeah,
it's the easiest one, right?
Oh,
Is it
it
not
is
the easiest
extremely
fucking
easy.
one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time.
Once
I
you
used
do
to
it, you're like,
train
and you're like,
people on it.
I'm like, did I do it right? He's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck? Doesn't take
I
any
know
effort. You just fucking open it and it closes itself.
it's great. I think it's the velocity check, but check this out. On that velocity check, that's not the one that came with it, and it has new tape on it too. So
Oh, so someone already fucked with it.
evidently, yeah, this is already an existing issue.
Good
so
troubleshooting work right there.
the thing is with
Mhm.
velocity checks, the only time you get water out of there is if you're getting water passing into the intermediate chamber.
Well, you say that, but check this out. I put the priming water on it, right? Priming water held. And then I opened the main drain, not the main drain, the main control valve, and pressurized everything with no air and nothing out of the velocity check. So the velocity check's only flowing uh, if I add air to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, what the heck is going on here? I talked to Wayne, who's he works with me. I've known him for geez, maybe 5 years, maybe longer. And he said it's this mixing valve or mixing solenoid or something like that. But he says like $1,200. He said it's
Damn.
to replace it. Yeah. So I don't know. What I'm gonna do is send an email and say I can replace the velocity check, see if that works, and if not, then they can order the other piece and I can put that in and see if it works. And
And if not, we'll just put in a whole new total pack, baby.
that's right. That's
Huh?
right.
It's like
Because I
50 grand
cannot
or
like
something.
right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I cannot just like pinpoint the issue, and I hate that. That's why I spent like 2 hours on it. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't blame you. Don't let it defeat you.
No.
Exactly. I have to win. So BC says it's not the velocity check. All right, BC, what is it?
Dude,
Let us know.
this is cool.
Just the
This show is
AMV.
cool. Thanks for coming on, Kev.
Yeah, anytime,
Everybody
man.
that's come on, everyone that's chatting. There's 15 people been watching solid. I think we were up to like
Yeah,
18 at one point.
yeah.
The dudes, they're
So
all just popping off.
Ice Cowboy says that it's the clapper seat, but I would imagine if it was the clapper seat, then either a the priming water would leak by, or the main water supply would leak by, and neither one did. So that's what I think.
Unless it was just a teeny little tear.
But I mean that the air flows right through that thing.
Did you
The
try some
velocity
toilet
check.
paper?
Plug the sucker. I got a half inch, no, 3/4 inch uh, plug. I threw that thing in there.
Did that work?
So, well, so the pressure went up, right? but then it threw the system into alarm
Was it low air?
for water flow. The low air's been in there the whole time.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, and I would, once the air came back up, and I would technically reset the system, like priming water's in there, main water supply's in there, and air's in there, it would still keep going into alarm.
Hmm.
Crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Usually, deluge systems are just like super simple.
Yeah. If they're, um, yeah, they're not complicated for the most part.
It's just well that's it. The valve when you have that valve, you also have a weird system. So it's
Right.
like,
Yeah,
but the valve itself is easy. And then you include it
yeah.
with a weird system, and then like no one's ever seen. You don't use it a lot, so it's like it's overwhelming at first for some people. First time chatter, Jay Simmons. It's leaking by the check valve on the discharge side of the deluge. What a good comment. First time chatter. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I mean, that's possible. Kind of like how you would lose pressure, but if it was leaking, then I would lose pressure, and it didn't lose pressure. Like think about like what
Jason.
Jay Simmons is saying. Like if it's a fire pump, and you just all the valves are closed, and you're still getting leaking by. It's a check valve, but you would see negative pressure dropping, right?
Yeah.
On this, it held. So I don't think it's the check valve.
The air
I
supply
think
shouldn't be going past that check on those total packs. The air supply shouldn't be going past that check on those total packs.
so pass the check to the velocity check, but the velocity checks. Hmm,
The air supply shouldn't be going past the check on those total packs. Huh.
he has me thinking now.
I know.
So no, I had zero issues with the solenoid. Solenoid stayed non-magnetized.
It's gonna be a new total pack, I think.
Is there is
Yeah,
there
that's what I should do. I should say, fuck it, just replace it. I don't know how to fix it.
What's it
Just here.
protecting? That's what I'd be like. I'd be like, man, you got a total, you got this to protect this, and it's you should
Uh
just
huh.
upgrade it if you really care about it.
Yeah,
I got a
it's
good one
probably
for you guys.
Let's
what's
hear
up.
it.
So here in Connecticut, there's an airport. It's not a real big airport, but it's a pretty good size airport. And there's 1, 3, 6, 9. There's 12 deluge valves from 1946 that are still in service to this day.
46.
1946.
46. And every time I go in there, I tell them I don't care what you guys have going on. I want all the jets out of the hangar. Because the last thing I want to do is set off. They're all open heads. It's very weird. There's like a little sensing line with air pressure that kind of goes alongside the piping. So when it gets too hot, it's real thin copper. So it just about
Mm-hmm.
melts. So it loses air pressure and then it trips the deluge valve. They're very it's an old Grinnell. And
Wow, that sounds sick.
Wow.
yeah, it's definitely nerve wracking every
Oh
time you go to
six, 16. I think it's almost 80 years old.
What
yeah,
size are they? Are they 4, 6,
eight 8 inch.
8 inch? Holy crap!
Get the jets out.
Yeah. They send you because they're the only
Get
one
the
that can
jets
take off
out.
that
Logo was telling
faceplate.
it. Logo was telling us about a hanger horror story.
Yeah, yeah.
He was just trying to wash the helicopters. That's all.
Out of the hangar.
Simmons makes a great point. A dry pilot line. See them at chemical plants here in Virginia. We get to do a
Hmm.
full phone trip at Vegas PD airplane hangar next week. If you don't get video footage of that
Yeah,
fucking hangar being tripped, Chris,
Yes, dude.
I'm coming
yeah.
to
Send it.
I'm coming to Vegas and I'm coming for you. Go you
And
need
then
to get go bar you need to videotape the whole fucking thing. I want a GoPro in the corner and I want the video to cut when the foam fucking encapsulates it.
yeah.
This
I
is your
found a
most important
so
next
cool.
week. Next week, everybody. We need video footage of this, Chris, right? Send it to me. I'll
Chris,
post it.
you better do it, man.
Fuck that. I wouldn't touch those. No, I don't blame him, dude. Get the jets out.
I don't know if how well it's going to pick it up, but I got a picture of the valve from 1946.
Oh, that's coming in great. Hold that right there. Look at the
Oh,
signs.
wow,
That's
that's
coming in
crazy.
super clear. Doesn't even really
So,
look like a deluge valve.
so on the right,
No, it
there's
looks
a
just like a
giant
straight drawer system.
Oh, that's sick.
yeah.
What is the thing on the right?
Take
Oh, I'm
videos
sorry.
because that's sick. Yes.
1942, not 46.
Holy shit, it's older. So it is 80 years old.
1942.
Charge it to a
So
new one. Fuck that. It's fucking crazy.
on the right side, there's a weight right here. So right here, there's a weight. You take the faceplate off. So the sensing line that's up top, when it releases the air pressure, the weight actually drops down and opens up the clapper pretty much, and is what discharges. And they're all open heads. There's no linkages in any of the sprinklers, so it is a true deluge system. But it's like probably one of the first generation
So
deluge.
it's got to be missed, right?
No, no, just what?
It's like, so they're gonna put water on the jet fuel?
Yeah, imagine that.
It's crazy.
There's no foam system. There's no foam concentrate tank. There's no proportioner. It's just straight
Dude,
water.
someone very, very soon is going to be replacing all those, I think. Right?
Oh
So
yeah.
I think we
what
need foam
happened?
in there.
So because they don't actually store the fuel in there, they have just the jets in there. I think they get away with not having foam concentrate. Um, if they had, obviously, if they had a fuel storage tank, that would be way different. And I think because the jets are so small, but even then, I mean, there's 5, 6, 7 jets in each hangar, and there's 4 hangars. Some of them are pretty big.
I would try to keep that whole thing fucking together and take it home.
Yeah.
Like from
Yeah.
flange to flange and that whole box with the weight and everything.
Oh, that'll roll a van down.
I'll be doing a wheelie.
You
Huh? All the way up the pike, kid.
so do you have any flood stories, Kev? Come on, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
have a
Oh yeah,
couple.
what about the bolt? You told me about the bolt. Let's start with that one.
So the first company I ever worked for, they were doing they were pretty much just charging. There's a It was a 5-story, 50 unit per floor apartment building, 2 of them with a 4-level parking garage in the middle. And the basement level to the 4th floor was a shared parking garage. And up on the 4th floor, they put water to everything. And there was one coupling that had a slight drip on it. And another apprentice at the time went to tighten the bolt. And as he tightened down the bolt, he snapped the bolt right off the coupling, and the coupling blew apart. So
That poor bastard.
everybody gets a phone call. Come downstairs. I don't care what the foreman calls everybody. Stop what you're doing. Just come downstairs ASAP. I think it was the first, the second, third. Actually, yeah, 1 through 5 were finished. Like the finished, everything was done, cover plated. It was
Oh,
just, yeah.
not
So
anymore.
I think the insurance claim, I think from what somebody told me, was like over $1 million. I don't know how accurate that was, but it sounds about right with a fully finished 5-floor building. But yeah, it flooded everything out.
I've only snapped one
Holy
bolt.
crap, man.
I've only snapped one. It was on a 4-inch coupling, and it was on a Grinnell coupling. You ever use a Grinnell coupling?
Oh yeah,
We use a lot of those, and
the new 1-bolt ones.
no, this was an old one. They like fit together perfectly with the ears, and
Oh yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't ever look closed.
yeah. Oh yeah, those suck.
And I would impact it, and then I would put the thing on it, and I snapped one, and that shit's scary. That thing went flying.
Oh yeah.
The bolt itself is like a bullet.
Mm. Speaking of bolts, yesterday I had a very serious conversation with the apprentice that was with me. This factory is very dangerous. So, like 3 years ago, an inspector died during an inspection, and my apprentice was up there on above all the furnaces and where they melt down all the metal to make bearings, and we were doing a 5-year internal, so we took off the end cap. He was going to put the coupling back on, and he dropped the bolt
Oh no.
right in the fire. I'm like, oh,
No.
bro.
Did you have an
Yeah,
extra one?
he had another coupling. We just had to go and grab another bolt. But
Oh.
like, I was like, are you freaking kidding me, man?
Safety squints. All right, these guys are popping off. I can't even keep up. Lane Frost. Yo,
Jeez.
Teague the noob. Hit me with the video of the boom lift in the Air Force hangar. I want it.
Yeah, I want to see
Aaron
that.
Lane, dad, got his name from Lane Frost for real. Lane Frost's son is killing it in NFR. Who is Lane Frost? It's not his son, it's his nephew. What are you guys talking about? Safety squints.
Safety squints.
I love the safety squints.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you. This is we're going on what, a week now. I think this is really cool. I think we're growing really well, and what we're trying to just to create a community, and we want to be known like the electricians are known, and like the plumbers are known, and we want more schools. Like y'all are talking about schools, and we don't have any schools in Atlanta. Our union is very small, and I think that this industry is incredible. Um,
There's probably so much
and
work in Atlanta to be had, huh?
there is there's ridiculous amounts of work, and up in Boston, y'all are the most well paid trade, so we're here just to create a community. um so guys in the chat, Kev, I mean, what do y'all think about that? What do you
they're,
think about what we're doing?
they're having a whole
Uh,
different chat in the combo.
Yeah.
A whole different
I,
combo in the chat.
I think it's great. Yeah, there's not enough. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like
There's not enough
notoriety.
exposure. There's not enough exposure about sprinkler. A lot of people overlook it. Nobody, like, especially when you come across concealed heads. I don't know how many buildings I've come across doing a sprinkler inspection. Walking in there, oh, what are you doing in here? I'm doing a sprinkler inspection. I didn't even know we had sprinklers because they're concealed heads. Like, just nobody thinks about sprinkler. It's just one of those like on the back burner. But it's
Hmm.
one of the most crucial trades because I mean we're life safety. At the end
Life
of the day,
safety.
at the end of the day, we go in, we service, we inspect, we install systems that save people's lives. I mean, yeah, fire alarm has a part of it, but all they do is notify people. We actually stop a fire from spreading or getting out of control in a building so people can safely evacuate.
Yep.
And not a lot of people really, I think, understand that.
And supply the firemen
Right.
with apparatus to fight fires so they don't have to,
Right.
bring hundreds of feet of hose up the building. They can hook up right there. Just bring 100 feet.
That's the other thing is like standpipes and fire department connections. I mean, if there's a fire in a building, no matter how big or small it is, if they have to hook up to it, they're hooking up to our equipment that we install, test, and service.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, I think it's great what you guys are doing and getting the word out and short sharing stories, and it's great.
These guys are all picking on me. Mostly just Chris. I feel like most property management companies and property owners look at us as a liability though. Well, they think that we cost a lot of money, and if you have a good system and you have good inspectors and you don't have any fires, then maybe it seems like you're paying for something but you'll be wishing you had it if you didn't have sprinklers and it burned.
Yeah, I tell people, when they give me crap about sprinklers, or anything fire protection, I'm like, look, we're not HVAC, This isn't, you won't just get hot at night. Like, you could die, you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
there was
is
a lot of
serious.
tragic fires that really pushed the sprinkler industry.
Oh yeah.
But we got to get it in the trade schools. What do we got to do to get it in the trade schools? We got to start a
This
movement.
is,
That's a good question.
that's all we're trying to do
I want to
here,
go to my local trade school, and whichever trade that the modern day high schoolers not picking, we're shutting that thing down, and it's going to be the sprinkler trade, the sprinkler fucking classroom,
Yep.
Yeah.
and we'll just we'll teach them, and we'll set it up. It'll be set up like the plumbing shop with all the same similar tools except some other tools, and we're gonna fit some shit up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with some iron pipe and
We
not
should be
sissy
doing.
plastic.
We're just doing
But
that,
I don't know
yeah.
if I, I
But we still got to teach
don't
them
know if I
plastic
said that out
though.
loud, but
Yeah,
yeah,
right. You
Definitely
still
have
you
to go
still
through
got to
class.
do it.
Yeah.
Still
yeah.
got to teach it. But I mean, we could just get away with the plastic and just do it all in steel. Stop putting it in plastic and just do steel, right?
No,
Just do
I
it. Do a
agree.
house in
Yeah,
steel 1 inch. What's up?
yeah. Have them just like up in Canada. Have them throw in a slam valve.
Yeah. That's always entertaining, if anything.
Love the slam valve. I love those slam valve videos where you get to practice,
Yep.
not just like
That's
not in
cool.
the real life.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever used it when I had to.
Oh yeah. but you're glad you have it when you do.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, yeah, you do. Well, Bobby carries two. You know,
Well, I actually got three.
really.
Well, one of them is like a hose connection. If it's just like something that's trapped and I want to get it in there and hook a hose to it, and then I have like a short slam valve and a long slam valve. Then I got ones
So
I give out to the crews because we got like I had 5 shutdowns today, so I gotta you gotta keep a slam valve at each spot just in
yeah,
case. Schedule 46 inch on their first dam. If they can hang it, they can bang it. I was doing schedule 10 6 inch on my first day. 21 footers.
I so it's definitely not highly recommended, but there's been days where I've done 21 footers to 6 inch myself. It sucks horribly bad.
That's what we were doing. That's I was fucking young, but well,
jeez.
I was doing the gym and I was just trying to fit in. But I went to the when I was with my father, we would carry it like gentlemen. He would go to one end, I'd go the other. But then the guy that I would get left with wanted to prove a point, and I go to the end to grab it, and the bastard just goes to the middle and just grabs it and takes off. So I mean, what do you have to do at that point? You got to grab one, right? I gotta fucking
Oh
walk it. I
man,
gotta walk it down the middle. 21 6 inch. Schedule 10. That shit's still fucking. That's heavy. It's
jeez,
long.
that's
Like
heavy.
trying to turn that bitch.
Awkward. That's what happened when no, I didn't have 6 inches. I have 1 inch, and I also had 4 inch, and I had to carry it up 6 flights of stairs outside when we were doing an airport job at a new hangar, and that killed me that day, man.
You gotta find that
I mean,
angle.
yeah, I was like, I don't know, I was probably 21 years old, but it was still like
The oh
it
shit
sucked.
valve. I called it the oh shit valve for a while, and then like I think Sprinkler Life got me calling it a slam valve.
I call it the oh shit though,
I
and
call
I can, yeah,
I call
My trade school when I was in the plumbing shop in senior year, they started teaching Victaulic and sprinklers. Get out! It's the pipe queen.
what's up,
Where was
pipe
that?
queen?
That's local to me too, 'cause I think she's right in New Hampshire. We want to have her on the show.
Yeah,
We're gonna get a fitter plumber chick.
I think next
Talk to
week.
us. Yeah, next week. Wayne's World. Collaborate with the fire departments to get into the schools. That's a damn good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
so
Go right into the Leominster Trade School and try to
I don't
do
know
a
how it is.
sprinkler shop.
I don't know
Ask
how
if
it
it.
is for you guys. I try to. I every time I come across any fire department, I give them my personal cell phone number. I say, I offer free training. You guys pick a building with a fire pump, the dry system, whatever. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a building, somebody broke a sprinkler head. You walk into the valve room and every valve in the room shut off and everybody's out. I can't tell
They
you,
shut everything, right?
but everything.
Yeah, yeah, they don't care. I would do the same
They
thing.
just shut
Screw
it
it,
all,
you know.
man.
It's crazy to me. Like you should just isolate whatever system's down. Like I tell people, especially if they're all riser checks or alarm valves, just shut your main shut off coming into the building. Whatever system's losing pressure, isolate that. Open up your main so you still have coverage in your building. Nobody does that. Everybody just shuts everything off because they freak out.
They don't. Yeah, they're trying to
Yeah,
stop the water destruction. Assabet Valley and Marlboro. That's good to know. They're teaching Victaulic and sprinklers in the high school. I like it.
dude, that is incredible.
Definitely an oh shit valve. All right. I'm gonna put up a poll. Oh shit or
So,
slam.
pipe
I'll go
queen, do
back
you
to my
think we
roots and
can?
call it oh shit again.
I wonder if the pipe queen can get us with the teacher. We can have the teacher on here and talk to us
Yeah,
about the high school class. That'd be incredible.
that would be. Go.
That'd be
Maybe I go
awesome.
visit. I'll stop at my old trade school and see if people still remember me. I'll try to go talk to the plumbing kids. I did that for a little bit. So I graduated in 2008. We were talking about that, and then in 2011 they redid the high school that I went to. A full retrofit, adding sprinklers, alarms, new ceiling, new lighting, um, and I was the apprentice there. I was like 10 minutes from home, living in my parents' basement, making rate money because it was non-union, but it was a rated job, so it was absolutely epic. But once I when the
Excuse me.
job was done, I would go back and talk to the plumbing department. Maybe for like a year, I kept on stopping in there, just telling them, be a sprinkler fitter. You don't have to be a plumber.
No, no.
Nope.
Um, well, Kev, we really appreciate you coming on. I want to come. I want you to come on again. Besides, I want to talk more about fire pumps
Oh
and
yeah.
on a technical depth.
We'll
You
do a
know.
Yep.
fire pump. We'll do just fire pump only Zoom. Maybe we can make
Yeah.
some kind of talking points of schedules. We can just stay on track.
Yeah. Maybe
Cause
next
I'll get squirreled.
month. Yeah.
The Vic guy's coming on tomorrow. We got sorry, tomorrow?
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
tomorrow.
everybody, please.
We got Curtis from
You know,
Victaulic coming on tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard, and he's got some new shit to show us.
so
Oh,
everybody, please share it with all your friends.
hey Bobby, I was gonna say, because he's our rep down here in Connecticut. You know Jeff Harlow from Victaulic?
No,
I don't know if I think he covers Connecticut, so he has to cover your area.
hook me
But
up. Send him
he
my
knows.
way.
I will. He does. I think mostly like their technical stuff. Like he'll tell you everything about deluge valves, their pre-action valves, just different products, vortex systems. I don't know if you ever heard of Victaulic vortex systems.
I don't think so. No.
They're like they're an equivalent to a
Vortex.
suppression system.
Huh.
They're pretty cool. There's I think there's five. Well, the one that I know of, there's five just nitrogen tanks filled with about 5,000 or 4,000 psi of nitrogen each with a leveler. So it's kind of like a CO2 system, like an old school CO2, but instead of it being harmful, you could be in the room at the same time, and it's pretty cool. There's a little bit of a water and
I want to
as
hear
it
about that.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you could use them in computer rooms. That was their big pushing point. You could use them in computer rooms, even though it's a small, real fine water mist system. It doesn't damage any of your electronics or anything. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
I would
so
like
if
to see
I don't know
that.
if Jeff's watching or if Jeff wants to come on, we want to have Jeff on. But anybody that wants to come on, like can get a reliable rep. I'm still looking for someone from Alaska, sprinkler fitter from Alaska, a sprinkler fitter from anywhere really. But like, let's get like some sprinkler fitters that are doing sprinklers in some crazy places,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Like I just think of
Yeah.
Alaska. Like what do you do? Everything's a dry system. Everything in Alaska's got to be a dry system.
I don't think so. Because like in uh my buddy, his father does the resource was the research center up in Antarctica, and there's some wet systems there.
Really?
Yeah.
Have some heat. Like what other countries could
Yeah.
we like?
So
I want to talk to anybody that wants to come on and talk sprinklers. I see a lot
yeah.
of there's a lot of action from sprinkler fitters in like the Middle East, and
Yeah, but none
they
of
do
them will
shit
come
different.
on.
They do shit so differently, and I want to talk to them.
Yeah, as in like no rules different.
No rules. Yeah, they just dude, you could do that whole building, that one standpipe where they're just welding 21s.
Yeah.
And
Boom,
they just clamp
boom,
it, bam,
boom.
21, one clamp, bam, 21. The guy falls behind you and welds it, fall back the next day and cut some mechanical tees. I love it. Probably just
Wow.
better at installation than the piece of shit buildings here. Yeah, that's true. You know, fitters in every state. All right, Chris. Chris is going to be the contact. He's got the fitters in every
Yeah.
state, he says. We're holding him
Yo,
to it. I want Alaska. I want two people from Alaska. We're going to have dual Alaska fitters on here. How about that?
me and Bobby will both we'll make a reel tomorrow talking about the big tall guy coming in. Everybody share it to all their sprinkler buddies, and let's
Definitely.
just try to get as many people in here as we
Yeah,
can.
Curtis, he's awesome. Curtis, his name's Curtis, so I think that's what he wants to be called. Maybe he wants to be called Kurt, but he's excited, and we're excited to have him. He's talking about, I don't remember exactly what, but he's got like 4 or 5 items to show us.
Yeah, that'd be
Nice.
This
awesome.
is going to be
And
epic.
maybe in the future we can talk to him about doing a giveaway. That'd be cool.
So this weekend's kind of up in the air. Brian's, we're kind of busy this weekend, so
Yeah.
we don't know if we're gonna get the Saturday thing. It might be spur of the moment, but we're definitely still gonna be on for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Wednesday's gonna be early. Say 5? I keep
Yeah.
forgetting. 5 p.m.
Wednesday
on
would be super cool.
5 p.m. on Wednesday with James from Scotland. I'm excited about that.
And then we have a
Israel. I want to talk to Israel.
subcontractor. Yeah, I did too.
Get him on.
Was it Monday? Is he's a big Chevy truck lover. He's I believe he's here in Atlanta with me. He does sub work, and then Tuesday is a female sprinkler fitter. So we're excited
The
for all
Pipe
that.
Queen. The Pipe Queen.
Yep, the pipe
She
queen.
started in sprinklers. Now she's a plumber.
She said she wants to go back to pipe
She's gonna
protection.
tell us her perspective. and she's local. She's kind of local to me, so we actually kind of cross paths a little bit in people that we've worked with, which is cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, this is exciting. This show is. I had to take a nap. I had to take a nap when I got home today. I usually don't take naps, but I got fucking smoked today at work with my little legs.
And eventually, I will interview Bobby, and Bobby will interview me. So eventually, we'll talk about ourselves.
Well, we were worried at first,
Oh,
like, all right, well, what if we can't get somebody to come on? And we're like, well, we'll just interview each other. But
yeah, that
this is
hasn't been the
you guys,
case.
yeah, you guys are. This is great. This is great. We
This
might
is
have to do. We
awesome.
could do Mick Ultra Time with Teague again. We
Yeah,
still got to do Foreman Teague. That's right. We still got to get
yeah,
Foreman
Foreman
Teague
T.
on here, right? Foreman Teague's gonna come on. We're gonna get Jeff from Victaulic. We're gonna see what's up with him. We're gonna start
Yeah.
scheduling these people. Pipe Queen. There was another sprinkler fitter chick that I wanted to see if she wanted to come on here. We're gonna talk to her a little bit more. She's got a bunch of beautiful horses and she's doing sprinkler work all the time. So again, we want to talk to everybody. We appreciate everybody, the comments, the people coming on here, actually giving us their time and showing us their
Yeah.
face is awesome.
Yeah.
Greatly
Hey Teague,
appreciated.
he wants to talk to our father.
We
So my
Dad's on here.
my yeah, my father said that he'll come on.
That'd be epic.
Yeah.
Old man Bobby's passed away, but he probably would have loved it. I lost my dad early to cancer, so he died at 57, just after I got into the union.
So are we still wearing Carhartts? Is that what we're doing? Wasn't it like a stage where people were like getting rid of the Carhartts? Was it
I
what was
like
the deal? Was it Chinese
I
made or
like my
something?
Carhartts. No,
I do
Yeah,
too.
I love my
I wear Carhartt pants.
yeah.
Today.
Dude,
it's
I
like
beat the crap out of this jacket. Sometimes I use it as like a knee pad
it's the woke.
on dirt.
It's the new woke that are
To
they're trying to
stop the
put their
work.
name on Carhartt, and then that's why we're gonna rebel and be like, if they're wearing it, we're not going to, but we're just gonna make them stop wearing it. No woke is allowed to wear Carhartt. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't be
okay.
offended.
Freaking love my car. Yeah,
For
I'd
sure.
take this off and I will put my knees on it in some dirt when I'm working on a backflow. I beat the crap out of it.
The sweatshirt
It's
that I'm
awesome.
wearing every day is I got two of them and they're Carhartt. I love them. They take
Now they're
abuse.
thick. Aren't they thicker?
Yeah, and they have more like it's a double stitch or something.
Oh, that's cool. So I had a Carhartt for 7 years. And then the sleeve started coming undone, and then I fixed it, and then I sewed it back, and then it's just um, everybody was just telling me just let it go, just let it go.
Just let it go. No, keep it forever. Run it into the ground. So
I
I'm kind of
yeah
neglecting the Facebook, but I don't know if we have Facebook people. You want us to give you a little more attention or what? I kind of like the Twitch. The Twitch is where it's at.
yeah
There's a
well
few people that are on
yeah.
YouTube. I mean, we've had 2, 3 solid viewers on YouTube. We appreciate you guys watching.
Thank you
I'm
guys.
watching the comments and it's just someone that said their screen name is a sexy find business. Like my hot photo of my sister. Well,
Oh,
listen,
nice.
that
China.
you're in the wrong live stream. All right? This is sprinklers. We're not looking at your sister in here. Get out of our chat.
She only
Bastards.
speaks like Chinese or the
Sexy
Russians.
find business. How do these people find us? When you post a reel, what's up with all the people that are like, "Hey, send me a DM." Huh? Did they do that to you? You see that on your
I think they
post?
oh all over the place.
They're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, DM me this picture." Like, no, I'm all set.
yeah.
Plastic glue? What's up with the plastic? I think I'm missing some messages or something.
Covered. One I got is covered in glue.
Plastic.
Forster and Bliss.
Your sister's covered in glue? Oh shit. This is epic. We still got 13 viewers, even when we're at the end here. There was like 17 at one point. This is
Man, that's incredible.
this
That's
is
the most
awesome.
we've ever had.
So we're gonna be affiliated on Twitch, which I mean, just because this thing keeps telling me we're gonna be affiliated, I know that the main reason I want to be affiliated on Twitch is because we be able to save our videos for longer. I think that our videos only have like a 1 month save right now on Twitch because we're just like normal normal on Twitch. But once we get affiliated, we'll have, I think, like a 6 month save, and then you work to be a partner, and it saves forever. So we don't want our videos to go away on Twitch. So I've been
Uh,
saving them to the computer anyway, so I could just re-upload them at that point. But we're close to being affiliated on Twitch. That's why I've been driving everybody to follow, because we have to get 50. We need 50 followers to be affiliated, and
Yeah, I don't think we
we've
have.
covered every other category, which is like do 7 streams, which we're gonna have on our next stream, and then however many hours, and the average viewers have been excellent. You guys are great.
Right, right. Cool. Hey, Big Kev, thank you for coming on, man.
yeah, anytime, anytime.
That was awesome.
Appreciate it.
Another thing we can do is
Yeah,
have people back as well.
yeah,
Returning
absolutely.
guests, like you said, to talk
Oh
about
yeah,
other shit. We'll talk about fire pumps.
yeah, I would definitely come back. I also I do backflows for the past 2 years. I was the only service guy that did backflow repairs, so I've worked on probably 6 backflows a week for the past 2 years.
Six
You and me both.
backflows a
I'm the
week.
only guy.
That's sick. So, is your business up and running yet? You want to shout it out?
So my business is my company is American Fire Pump, based here in Waterbury, Connecticut, and yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully by March 1st, I want to have the everything fully up and operational, like on my own and fully in business.
March 1st, American Fire Pump. How can they contact you? They got an email or something?
Yeah, my email is KJKAZLAUSKAS at outlook.com.
I had to type that into the Zoom, and I was boop boop boop. That's a fun one to type, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. My last name, everybody butchers it, but yeah.
And people are probably like, wait, say that again?
Oh yeah.
So a whole bunch of letters that kind of don't necessarily go together all the time, but
Yeah,
it was great. This was great talking to you. I like coming on this thing.
Yeah, I
yeah.
would
It's so much fun.
dive into fire pumps more and backflows too. I mean, like I said, I could tell you how to repair any backflow. I've seen in every one of them.
That's that's good to
Yeah,
know. I'm gonna call you if I need
we
you.
could
Once they
Yeah,
let me
we could
start
probably
doing that shit.
we could probably talk about the S2000s for like an hour.
I came across an old Ames. I think it was a 4001. It was the pre Silver Bullet. It's the red backflow.
Hmm.
It's such a terrible backflow to repair.
Yeah.
Um,
So we should
it,
set up a backflow episode because we could probably go for an
Yeah,
hour on that. Fire pump episode. We're gonna get Kev back on here. We got a lot of
so
people that
thank
come
you,
on, so
Kev.
this we got. I think we're booked out now for like into the new year.
Yeah, we need to. So guys, we're gonna figure out a way where we're gonna send you alerts if you want them. So either through text message. I think text message would be better.
And you could
May-
do it right on Twitch. If you have a Twitch or if you have the YouTube and you're subscribed on YouTube, you just hit the little notification bell. Anytime we go live, you'll get an alert if you're into that. And the same thing on Twitch. You can go on Twitch and you say alert me when they're live, and it'll just send you a little blip on your smartphone, and you'll know. But we also
Yeah,
could set up a texting service,
yeah. If you guys want it, maybe we can look into that.
or you just
Um,
put it on your schedule Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be
Boom,
live.
for an
That's
hour,
it. And we're gonna just be
9 to 10.
on here talking shit. So just come and
Yeah,
join us.
keep sharing it. It's growing great. We're creating a community. I get it now when like the YouTube people they say we couldn't do it without you. Well, that's like 100% true. You
yeah,
know?
Right. I mean, like I enjoy talking to Brian. I don't know if I'd just be able to just talk to Brian every night like this and have as much fun.
Right? Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
that's awesome. So what else?
Awesome.
I think that's it. I think we
Yeah, that's
covered it
all.
all. You can make it to
Thanks,
where it
Kev.
says you're live in Discord as well. All right. I like that.
Uh,
Put the link in the Discord. I didn't think about that. Every time we go live, drop the link in Discord.
oh
I
yeah,
think you could do a Facebook alert as well. You could put an alert on all of it.
there has to be an app where we can do everything at once, so we don't have
Oh,
to boom
and
boom.
then the other thing is that I was reluctant to make the TikTok, and Brian made a TikTok for the Dope and Tape channel, so we could just share shit and try to, drive up some more views. And so I posted one little video, my first ever TikTok, and it's at like 800,000 views. And if it gets a million, Brian's gonna put this face right on his home screen.
that's great.
And I made that up. All right.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool,
I'm
man. Hey,
definitely
y'all have a
spreading the
great
word.
night.
Oh, the Pipe Queen's gonna come on too. All right, we're cutting it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Kev, thanks for coming on.